Hello everyone, this is Will,
And this is Alex.
and welcome back to another episode of They Mostly Come In at Night.
Mostly.
What
They
a-
mostly come out at knife.
It's a knife night, man.
It is. Did you have a good knife?
I had a good knife until we watched this movie.
What was the movie, Will?
So, this one was special.
Was it a
This
special
one,
knife?
let me put on my smooth voice. This was a knife for the ladies.
Knife for the ladies.
Knife for the ladies. And this was not knife to us.
No.
This was not a knife movie to watch.
It wasn't knife to anyone.
No. Well, I mean, it was knife to the people that got killed in this movie.
Yeah. It wasted most of our knife.
You're right about that. Ah, man. I don't even know where to begin on this one.
I'm dead inside.
This.
How about you?
A little bit, yeah.
It's not even that bad if I'm like, but I'm just dead
to
inside.
be honest, yeah, it's not like the worst one we've watched, but it is just fucking boring.
Oh God.
Just so boring.
It's a fucking snooze fest.
It is so hard. It was a struggle getting through this one.
Put the shit on when you need to take a nap.
Seriously, I think I did find myself falling asleep a couple
It's
times.
just dull.
Yeah, it is. Nothing really happens in it. It's like trying to be a murder. So let's get this down
It is
straight.
a murder mystery.
This is not a horror western.
What is a western?
It is a western because it's based in a western town, but it's a murder mystery.
It is
set in a western town.
It is.
That's exactly what it is. There's no horror behind this.
It's an STD mystery, Will.
Yes.
Message.
Who got the gonosyphilitis? Who got it?
Who got the STD?
Who's got this did?
That's the mystery.
Exactly.
Little did we know.
Oh, man. Oh, we're back, by the way.
Yeah.
If you didn't
Just
notice.
in case you didn't notice.
Sorry about the impromptu break we
yeah.
took. A lot going on this weekend and last week, so we haven't been able to get to it for a while.
Yeah, and greeting us coming back is this.
Yep. This is, something that made me kind of question why we're coming
This
back.
pile of shit.
It's just like, yeah, do I really want to keep making this podcast? The answer is yes, of course I do, but sometimes I just have to wonder.
You regretting your choices?
I'm regretting watching this movie.
Well...
Like, without this podcast, I would never have seen Wonder Woman. But
Will, Wonder Woman is...
But I've seen this movie now.
You have seen this now.
So, that's something to put under my belt.
Yes, it is.
I mean, there's literally, we watched it on Amazon, there's 2 reviews for it. 2.
They're 5 stars for some ungodly reason.
I think they're trolls.
I think it's the director.
It might be.
After he went off and made The Life and Times of the Happy Hooker.
There you
after
go.
this movie.
Another movie where a guy went off to do a bunch of porno.
Not a bunch.
Or just one.
Just that. The Life and Times of the Happy Hooker.
Yep.
Let's see what else. There's a lot of happy hookers in this.
Yeah.
Well, they don't. They die unhappy, but...
Well, yeah, they die unhappy and then,
And then we get to waste an hour of our time.
With nothing.
That has nothing to do with said hookers. But, such is life, I guess. Life is a hooker. Well, it is a hooker that goes away for an hour and leaves you with nothing.
This movie is an STD.
It's worse.
It gets under your skin.
Yes.
And it infects you with how just god awful it is.
This movie is AIDS.
And it's going to make my brain melt with how boring it is.
You know what this is? This movie is like super AIDS. Okay?
Super AIDS.
Super AIDS.
Okay.
Not regular. Super. Extreme AIDS.
Now, no matter what other ailment I get, it's just not going to be as bad as this one.
Exactly. Well,
I mean, I'm sure we're up for more terrible
we've
movies.
seen worse. this thing is just...
Can you tell we're dragging
It's so
it
good.
out?
I don't even want to talk about
I
it.
don't either. Can you tell we're dragging it out a little bit?
God.
So great that...
Okay.
All right, let's just do it. Let's just rip that Band-Aid. Let's just do it.
Okay. Starts with...
A small western town.
Yes.
And we see Hooker's Saloon.
Yes.
So you thought it was Hooker's and Saloon, but it's actually
No.
just called Hooker's. His name is Virgil Hooker, and it's
Hooker's Saloon.
and it's his saloon.
But conveniently, this is where all the hookers go to do their business.
Yep. So we see a guy washing up in a room.
He's washing his dick.
And there's a woman.
You know why? Will. You know...
Because you don't want the gonosyphilitis.
God damn right.
You don't want the gonosyphilitis.
You see, he washed his dick afterwards. He's not going to get syphilis and turn into a weirdo. I'm skipping ahead. I don't care.
You don't use a condom? You fucking wash your
Them
dick.
Wild West condoms.
You washed your dick.
What were those?
Probably sheepskin, maybe?
It's just giant rolls of
Lambskin?
leather. Just roll it around.
To be honest, they probably didn't use... I'm sure STDs were rampant in the Western...
Will, take this from me. We live here. Living in the West is an STD.
Utah's not all bad.
Well, there are places.
Yeah, it's true.
It is an STD.
It can be.
Why would you? You live in an STD. Why would you bother?
So there's a hooker on the bed,
And this dude's washing his dick.
and he's like, "Hey, I have the day off tomorrow. Do you want to you want to stay up or go again?" And like,
What the fuck?
she's like, "Leave me alone," and like she rolls over.
Yeah,
And then we see a guy like sneaking into her room.
He calls her Mrs. Lady. What do you call her?
Miss Lady.
Miss Lady.
Yeah. Misleading. That's what this movie really
It's
is.
like calling someone like Mr. Person. Mr. Dude. Like.
So, a guy sneaks into a room and kills her by gently dragging a knife across her throat.
Oh, it is the slowest throat slitting.
There's not even
I've
that
ever
much
seen.
blood. It's just like a little slit going across her throat.
Well, Will, she had a nice knife.
She had a nice knife until it was knife to meet her.
Knife to meet her.
It was a knife for the lady. Get it?
Uh,
God,
I wish.
Are we gonna make jokes like
Yes.
that the whole time? Okay, cool.
Yes, the knife is young, Will. Okay.
So
I wish there were more knives for the lady in this movie. But alas.
no, there's only about 3 knives for the ladies.
Yeah, and 1 knife for the man.
So
Jesus Christ.
we get a guy. I can't remember his name. It was something weird, like Simeon.
Shaft.
Simeon.
No, he's White Shaft.
No, remember Simeon goes and gets White
Oh.
Shaft.
Oh, the dork.
Yeah, he gets the White Western Shaft,
Yeah.
which is what this movie gave us. The White
Pretty
Western.
much.
Here's the White Western Shaft.
If you're a fucking Luddite and you haven't seen Shaft, Shaft is a private detective. So
So
he is
we
a
get
private detective, and he wants Simeon comes there to hire him to find Travis.
And he
Or find out who killed Travis.
killed Travis and the hooker.
Yeah.
Because Travis was the son of the town's namesake. So like his name was something Mescal, and his son mysteriously died. And so the guy's like, "We'll have the whole town at your disposal. Like, I'll pay you this." And the guy's like, what does he say? Like, it's a poor pay, but a rich
challenge.
A rich challenge. Blow me. Fucking get bent. Blow me.
Wow, Will, you don't like clever writing in your movies?
No, because the next part is even more clever.
No.
Because
This is my favorite line.
because they talk about how a sheriff is not going to like it. They have to explain to the sheriff that they're hiring a private eye because
Oh, yeah.
the sheriff's not doing jack shit.
So it cuts to the sheriff, who is... Well, there's a kid in his sheriff station, like, cleaning his badge.
Yeah, polishing his belt buckle, remember?
And then the sheriff just walks in and is, like, pissed off at something. Kick in the butt. Kick in the butt.
He's slamming like tables.
But he keeps saying,
it's a kick in the butt.
Kick in the butt.
Oh, what a kick in the butt.
What a kick in the old behind.
What a knife kick in the butt.
It's a hell of a knife to be kicked in the butt, Will.
It is.
It's not knife, but so whatever. You know what? Fuck this scene. I want to get to this next part. They are White Shaft. Also, he looks like an 80s hair metal singer.
Yeah, he does.
I want to mention that.
He looks like he's straight out of like Whitesnake or like...
He looks
or Warrant or
he
something
seriously
like
looks
that.
like the lead singer of Whitesnake.
Yeah.
Like poofy, long blonde hair.
Now, I want to mention the fact... Okay, this is where we see my favorite shot ever in any movie because it's so ridiculous. So it's panning over to where the private detective is going to come. Mr. Hair Metal is going to come. And it pans over the city, and I shit you not, there is a store that is a barber shop and a mortuary.
Yeah.
A barber shop / mortuary that one guy runs, and the sign on the door literally says, "We accept any body, dead or alive."
Clever. Truly clever.
Oh. What are you in for? A shave or some formaldehyde?
Oh, God. Fuck. No. So, just, I don't know. And we see...
I can't. A barbershop / mortuary. Who fucking thinks of that?
There is a tiny curtain separating the dead bodies from where he cuts your fucking hair. Why?
No wonder this fucking town has problems.
You know why? Because they're like, oh, we want this character to be a goddamn weirdo. So that's what we'll do.
So,
we
we don't get the detective, remember? Because we get the kid is leaving the sheriff's office, because remember, this is important. The kid's leaving the sheriff's office to go to a music lesson.
Yeah.
And he's, like, running past, and...
Oh, yeah.
He, like, runs up to this, like, little hut, and there's another hooker, I guess?
Yeah.
With a man, and they're, like, talking.
A guy, like, gets off, he, like, rides up to the house and gets off, and it's implied that they're gonna go in the house and have a nice knife.
A really nice knife.
He's gonna
bury the knife.
He's gonna give her his fucking knife. Well,
he's gonna bury the knife.
Bury that shit deep inside.
Oh my God.
Deep inside.
So
buried that shit deep inside, boy.
Oh my God. So the kid goes to the music lesson, plays horrible fucking music, and like we get a scene of the kid playing horrible music and the girl like trying to straighten her laundry. I guess because the guy leaves, and the knife killer comes up to her and she starts screaming and backing away,
and he just shoves his fucking knife in her face.
So she had a knife night.
She had a very knife night.
Now she has a knife for the lady.
He gave another knife.
Another knife for another lady.
And boy, let me tell you, he penetrated her
harder than that other guy did.
Deep inside.
Deep inside.
All on them walls, Will. All inside them sugar walls.
Mm-hmm.
Deep.
Sugar walls?
Sugar walls. You fucking heard me, boy.
Wow. Okay. That's a new one. I might cop that. Sugar walls.
Feel free to cop that.
Okay.
Sugar walls. At least you cop something good from watching this fucking movie other than syphilis.
That made my knife, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, that's a very good knife.
So the kid comes back, sees the woman.
Wait, no. Remember after he stabs her, she's still breathing.
Oh yeah, no,
we gotta talk about that.
So I need to talk about this because every time they kill a person, they're still breathing. She's clearly breathing. They did not tell her to hold her breath or anything. She is just...
Well, to be fair, it's a very common theme in the movie. Because anytime someone's dead, they are breathing.
So the kid goes and tells the biggest fucking lie of his entire life.
Well, okay, it's not even... I swear it's like they
just jump to the...
Well, they just jump to it because he tells them that he saw, I think his name is Ramon.
Ramon with her, yeah.
And everyone assumes that he says, I saw Ramon there. Everyone assumes that means Ramon killed her. Now, the kid...
they form like a lynch mob.
So they form a lynch mob. But here's important. This is like a big subplot that the kid tells him this. But it's like the kid didn't tell you Ramon killed whatever her name is.
He did at some points, which I thought was weird.
But he does it after.
Yeah.
So it's like they started off with like a nothing line and then built this entire like subplot around it.
Yeah. So they gather a lynch mob to go find Ramon because they just
bartender.
Just fuck. Oh yeah, Virgil Hooker.
Virgil Hooker has his own. He wants to have a nice knife of his own.
So they form a party, and the Hooker and his group know where the guy's hiding out. So they go and capture him, and they drag him off somewhere. While the sheriff comes back and is like, "Darn, we're kicking
the butt.
Well, I'm kicking the butt. I don't know where he went.
And
can't you see he's still here?" And they're like, "Let's go home."
Yeah, this is the greatest fucking law enforcement ever. So that happens.
Now we get...
White Shaft is riding into town, and he says...
In the still of the night...
I wish. Here I go
again on my own!
I wish. Now, might as well. Hey, look. Here I go again. The music video has them driving fast cars. In this, he is... on a little...
I just wish he rode into town playing a curse like, ain't no love in the heart of the city. Ain't no love.
Okay, all of you.
Okay.
Everyone should listen to Whitesnake. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Please do.
Now, we do get some of my favorite lines in the movie, however, because he's talking with whoever is riding the stagecoach.
Mm-hmm.
And
okay.
It's very loud.
Do you want me to make the clip clop sound and you make the what he's saying? That's all we hear.
Brilliant.
Just a guy yelling over a bunch of clip clop sounds.
Great sound editing.
Because I'm sure they were saying something about the plot, but I have no idea.
What fucking... No.
I don't know.
What happened after this?
Okay, so...
I ain't even looking.
So, okay, so he goes to inspect the dead body of the girl, right?
Oh, yeah.
In the barbershop mortuary.
I think, yeah. Did
yeah.
he? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she's still breathing.
Yeah, so he goes to inspect and, like, notices that there's, like, a
and
gash.
he talks to...
He talks to the barber / mortician.
Who's a fucking weirdo, and he's like...
Well, I mean...
Why do you judge me?
When you're cutting people's hair and then immediately go to, like, embalm them for fucking funerals...
You cut people's hair, and you cut bodies.
Yeah.
You don't even have to change scissors, Will.
No.
Think about that.
Or aprons, yeah.
Well, he doesn't.
You can use the clip...
Because he comes out...
Dude, you could use... This is a good business model, okay?
It is.
You could... What if some person's bald and their family wants him to be full-headed? So you just cut someone's hair and then glue it onto the other person's head. Jeez. You have unlimited hair.
You do.
You're a barber / mortician. You're sold.
You do. Just hope your customers don't notice the fact that there's a dead body rotting in the room next to them. So he tells them, like, he's like, how do you judge me? Why do you judge me? And he's like, I only do this for the money.
And I'd be like, let's see. How do we judge you? Probably because you're a barber / mortician. That is the weirdest job profession I've ever heard.
No one in the history of the planet has done that. I can guarantee you.
I mean, whoever would is a mad lad.
Yes.
A fucking mad lad.
So
he looks at the dead body and then meets the namesake. So he meets the woman who is the namesake for the town of Mescal.
Her family's was a big deal.
And she talks about how after her husband died, the town went to shit. Like, no one started going there anymore because he knew how to, like, run things. And it used to be this booming city.
Well, judging by this movie, half of the population of Mescal, is the name of the town, is hookers.
That's pretty much all the town of Mescal. All the women... I should mention, all the women you see in this... Except for one is a hooker.
Seems like a weird business model for a town.
Just
but
all
you know
these
what? Whatever you do in the business of your own shitty western city,
you have
fine.
Hookers and a barber mortician.
And a drunk sheriff.
Yes.
And
great.
A bartender who just sits and whines all day.
Yes.
This town is just booming. Well,
so they talk, and she talks about how there's this like medicine she's been taking because she's been like kind of depressed lately.
Yeah.
And so she's been taking that because the doctor prescribed it to her, and this will be important later. Well, not that important, but it'll be somewhat important. So, I can't remember, like, someone goes into the saloon, like, it's like, all of a sudden it's nighttime now.
Well, no,
and they're all hanging out in the saloon.
At what point does the detective go and look at the house where she died?
That's later. Okay. So, it's like right after the scene I'm going to describe. So I just have to describe the scene. It's not important, but this line is just stupid as hell. They're all laughing and telling stories about the private eye. Like, I think the sheriff stumbles in on him, and he's like, "So how'd you know he was guilty?" And the detective is like, "I knew as soon as the judge had his mouth around the word guilty." Yeah, that's an actual line.
Sassy.
Saucy.
That's fucking saucy, spicy, whatever.
It was a nicely delivered line.
Very knife.
Yes.
Trash.
Okay, so now he's looking for clues. So he goes to... Oh, we forgot to mention they found Ramon hanging from a tree.
Oh, yeah.
And his neck was snapped.
Yeah, the detective finds him hanging from a tree. And they bring him back, and that's when they're like, you know,
they're like, oh, we found the killer.
This man was innocent.
Yeah. So he's looking for clues, and he finds like a little button off of a jacket, and then he finds like something else, and then he's at the house where the woman died.
Yeah, the second woman.
He's like looking around, and a knife like flies into the side of the house.
And it's the sheriff fucking with him.
Yep. And so the sheriff, like, they talk about where the girl was found, and he was like, well, it looks like it started over here, like, literally, like, a foot away from where they're standing. And then, like, they're like, oh, and it went back here, and that's where she died. And he's like...
She put up a good fight.
Sounds like she put up a good fight. Yeah, like, literally walking backwards and screaming is apparently putting up a good fight.
Yes. Well, it just wasn't her knife.
Nope, it wasn't a knife for anyone. Well, that guy wasn't very knife, okay?
It's true. He needs to be more knife.
Yes.
He needs to be knifer to the ladies.
Exactly. That's how you get anywhere in life. You gotta be knife to the ladies.
You do. Doesn't matter if they have syphilis. And they give it to you.
Hey.
Does syphilis turn your face fucked up?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. I'm not a doctor, but no, I don't think so. I think it just turns...
You also...
I know it fucking fucks with the down there. It's like, do you know the term merkin?
Yes.
So a merkin, like, it's a fake...
Yeah.
It's a fake pubic hair.
Yeah.
But, they used to put it on, like... Hookers used to wear it to cover up syphilis.
Yeah.
When they were, like, flaring up.
So you're saying that this man should have been...
Wearing a merkin.
On his fucking face?
Yes.
Okay.
He needed a full body merkin.
Okay. They should have... That would have solved some problems.
I would pay to see money like a movie where a guy wears a full body merkin.
Remember Naked Gun?
Yes.
The full body condom.
Okay.
Oh, right. We have a movie to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, we're getting sidetracked.
Excuse me. Quote unquote movie.
Well, I think we're almost done. So.
No, we haven't even gotten past the dumb lynching subplot.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, we don't need to talk too much about that.
So
there's a boy, and he's like running across the town, and he tries to go to tell the sheriff something.
Yeah.
And the sheriff is like drunk and passed out, and like brushes him off.
And so the boy goes to the detective, and he tells the detective that he like lied.
Bitch lied.
The bitch lied. And the detective then tells the sheriff, and the sheriff is like, how could he do that? Blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't matter because the sheriff gets pissed. And he slowly corners the detective into a jail cell. And out of nowhere,
starts beating the holy
they
living shit.
have a fight. You know, like a couple of men. You just have a fight.
I just wish a White Snake song was playing while this was going
for
on.
no fucking reason. You have a fight, and then when you're done beating the fuck out of each other, you're friends.
Yeah. That's how it works, man. Sometimes that is how it works. You just have to beat the shit out of each other.
Apparently. To where you're both bloody.
Yeah.
And apparently the sheriff used a fucking stool against them, which I didn't see. Also, every time they get punched in the scene, they're like, oof! 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 They're like, oof, and then fly back.
It's so exaggerated. Oof! Okay, so... So, then the niece comes over, and the sheriff, like, leaves. And, then the, White Snake guy says... Let me get my best voice here. He's the sheriff. He's caught in a web of new time, and he's trying to fight his way out with his fists.
Caught in a web of new time.
Now, I think they're trying to
say
something.
What the fuck does that mean?
I think.
You think.
And I know, thinking's dangerous
in this
kind of situation. Well, but I think what they're trying to get at is like he doesn't like the new detective taking over.
Yeah.
And like, being better than like a new guy. But there's way better ways to state that.
New time?
Yeah, I don't know. Caught in a web of new time. Like times are changing? I have no idea. So we get
fuck this movie.
Alright, so...
This is when they start, like, going after the...
The guy who killed Ramon.
Yeah.
So, Virgil gets, like, angry. And, like...
At some point, the detective decides he's gonna fuck with them. And so he sends the boy to deliver that little,
a little button on his... Because he figures out that it's Virgil and his gang.
It's one of his gang members.
So he tells the little boy to go and give the button.
Deliver it. And it's sort of like a sign to them that like, hey, we know you killed Ramon.
They're accusing Virgil and his gang of killing Ramon.
And they start arguing amongst each other. And one of them tries to leave.
Both of them, two of them trying to leave.
Virgil Hooker
goes insane.
Because because you don't want to show that you're guilty. So you do the logical thing.
And
shoot them!
Like, in broad daylight, too.
Yes.
Just shoot them dead.
He shoots both of the gang members, his own gang posse.
It's really a knife way to cover up your tracks.
It is. It's very knife. It's foolproof. Okay? Like, no one would ever accuse you of anything.
Oh, we should mention, too, that the detective put Virgil's, like, personal hooker in his room to protect her because she was saying that they are dangerous. Yeah. So Virgil goes out and tries to get away, and the sheriff is like, well, like, don't go. Like, just turn yourself in now and save yourself the trouble.
Well,
oh, you're coming dead or alive.
Virgil doesn't listen.
No.
Because Virgil's a very smart man, and the sheriff shoots him.
Yep.
That's after Virgil tries shooting him. But, so this subplot is over?
Thank God, because it takes up, like...
Done?
It takes, like, 45 minutes of the movie.
And now we get back to the actual old plot.
Yep.
Which is the ladies having the the knife of their lives.
Yep. Okay. So the detective goes back to his room, and Myra is dead, or whatever her name was.
Yeah, Myra.
Yeah, and
she's been like she's like strung up to something, and her throat is slit, so you can tell she had a very nice knife.
Yes, she did. Even though, like, I still am like on the fence because, like, a knife wound to the neck, you'd have a lot of blood, and there's like so little blood.
Are you saying this movie is bullshit?
Yes.
I would never
Yes,
have
I
guessed.
am.
Well, I had never ever guessed.
So the detective goes to question the barber / mortician, and I guess talk to him about like what's going on and like what his motives are and stuff. And then like this is the part where the mortician kind of tells him that like him and Mrs. Mescal kind of had a relationship, but not like, I mean, he...
Is this when he spills the beans on Travis?
Yeah, that Travis,
her son,
yeah,
that she said died,
was like mutilated.
Yeah.
And he was the only one to see the body because no one else saw, like, no one else did an autopsy or anything.
Like, they had a funeral and everything, but he was the only one, and he tells her, like, oh, she told me that she wants me to take care of all of it.
Yeah.
So then he goes to Miss Mescal, right?
And tells her, like, kind of blackmails her and was like, hey, I'll keep this under wraps if you get me the next train ticket out of here.
The next stagecoach that shows up, I want to be on it.
And she's like, okay. And then, like, has him drink a glass of brandy, and we never see him ever again. Then, so I don't know if he died or whatever.
He did, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right. No, yeah, he does later. Yeah, we do see him. Sorry.
So it's not just a knife for the ladies?
It's a knife for the men, too.
Yeah.
Well, one man.
Equality.
Yes.
This movie is equal opportunity.
So then the detective and the sheriff... I'm kind of rushing because I...
Well, there's nothing else to fucking...
So the detective and the sheriff go search the grave where the son was supposedly buried. They dig it up and they find...
Well, don't forget,
Oh, Mrs. Mescal explains that he was cremated.
Yeah, and his ashes are, like, right here and blah, blah, blah.
So they don't find a body and stuff like that.
But he the detective takes, like, this thing that she keeps, like, putting in her drinks. It's some sort of medicine. And so there's that. But also we see the barber / mortician is, like, talking to the corpse.
Going and saying, he's talking to, like, the hooker, Myra.
And then we see
like,
the killer.
Slaps her, and then, like, killer comes around, stabs him in the chest.
And he dies, and it's wimpy and bad trash. And
then we get a bunch of scenes of the fucking detective just walking around town.
So the detective goes and finds out from the doctor, like, that she is taking this medicine way more than she needs to.
Right, because he prescribed her some like a week ago, and it should be a monthly thing.
And he's like, there's barely any left. So he's asking, what are the effects of this medicine if you use it more than you need to? Now,
it was like some
arsenic something.
Arsenic, I can't remember, but in high doses, it's used to treat syphilis. So we're like, And then we get a beautiful...
Because Travis's backstory is...
that he was fast and loose with his women.
Oh, he was very loose.
He slept with, like, every woman in town.
Well, that boy had some loose morals.
Yes.
Let me tell you.
Very loose.
Lord have mercy. That boy had some loose morals with him. Because they're all like, oh yeah, every lady knew Travis.
He wasn't...
Which, of course, is simple when every lady in town, except for one...
is a hooker.
You know, this is like the weirdest town on the planet.
Yeah.
But whatever. There's a bunch of hookers and one fucking massive horn dog. Okay. Good shit.
So we get a scene of the niece, the only woman in town that's not a hooker, with...
No, she's not a hooker because she dresses like a fucking nun.
Yeah, Mrs. Mescal. And, Mrs. Mescal is like... She's playing the piano for Mrs. Mescal, and then Mrs. Mescal's like, I have to show you something.
Yeah.
You can be husband and knife. with my son.
Shut the fuck up.
Because he's still alive. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The son was alive the whole time.
His face is fucked up.
So they go in.
He's acting like a fucking gorilla.
Yeah.
Not only does syphilis turn your face into a pizza, it also makes you act like an ape.
Apparently.
He's just like...
like, she takes him to the cage. She takes her to the cage where her son is. And then the son, like, grabs her.
She wants to give her son a nice knife. Well...
Yeah.
The knife of his life.
The knife of his life. With a really knife lady.
With a knife lady. A knife pure lady, Will.
Exactly.
Because she pure.
She pure because she's the only fucking woman in town that isn't a hooker.
But that doesn't work well.
Do you notice there's no older women in town other than Miss Mescal?
Hmm. Yeah, that's,
Like, where the hell are all the women? There's a bunch of horn dog men, a bunch of hookers, and one pure soul.
That's it.
Okay.
Well, we saw how it ends, though, for the city.
Yep.
So, she throws whatever her name is, pure knife lady, into the cell, and,
they just start rolling around on the bed, but it's supposed to be like an aggressive scene.
It's supposed to be like he's trying to rape her, I guess.
I don't know even.
But it looks like they are just rolling around.
Yeah.
Like, back and forth, and then she smashes, like, a cup over his face and escapes, runs down the stairs, and just sits down.
But we should mention the mom grabs a knife, and it's, like, with the gloves, so she's been the one killing all the hookers. And so, yeah, the knife lady goes down and, like, just, like, sits at the bottom of the stairs because she's kind of tripped.
Mama Syphilis comes down.
Mama Syphilis tries to come down, and then, like, the Syphilis guys...
Syphilis Jr.
Syphilis Jr. grabs it, and they struggle for a minute.
And she's like, but Syphilis Jr., I did this for you. You don't like me killing them or something?
And she's like, I can't look at you anymore. And by this point, the detective and the sheriff here screams, and they try and break in. And they see, like, the mom is going to kill the Syphilis Jr.
So the sheriff shoots her, right?
Yes, and then they both fall, but she stabs him on the way down.
How tragic.
Now, this isn't a big flight of stairs either. It's like they fall down, like, the equivalent of, like, 5 steps.
Yeah, like 4 feet.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then they're just both dead on the ground.
And we just get... That's it. It cuts to... the detective, the sheriff, and his pure knife daughter leaving.
He got that knife.
He got that knife.
That knife. Yep.
Shut the fuck up.
They all leave, and the end.
Well, no. We have to remember because I felt so many emotions during this scene. William.
Oh, where the sheriff gives the kid the buckle?
Yes. Because he's leaving.
I was shedding a tear, man.
And he's like... He gives them the buckle that the kid has been cleaning for the whole movie. And it's like he's passing it on.
And he makes Simeon the sheriff.
And we're just like, oh my god.
Riveting.
The emotional connections.
Oscar-worthy performances.
Oscar-worthy writing.
Yes.
Just the emotional connections.
I love it.
I love it. I was in tears. No. Okay. Look, you want to have an emotional connection in your movie? I'm all for that. But holy fucking shit.
Maybe try a little harder.
You gotta do something different.
Yeah, because that didn't really work
at all. And they start, like, riding off in the stagecoach. And we get the theme song. Evil Woman.
Yeah. I can't remember how it goes. I've literally forgotten.
The most important part about the song is that there are no knife puns.
I wish there was.
That's a fucking shame.
It is a travesty.
The whole song should have been knife puns.
It should have been.
Every lyric, I don't care how stupid.
Knife to know ya, knife to know ya.
Knife for the ladies. Knife, no, you.
They're not husband and knife.
No more, Mr. Knife Guy. Eat your heart out, Alice Cooper.
Oh, man.
This beer, Will, is very knife.
Is it? It's a knife beer, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. So, do I have to ask you your final thoughts here?
Ask me, bitch.
What are your final thoughts?
Fuck it! You know what?
So what you're saying is you loved it.
Oh, I love it. No, it's just boring. That's my problem.
It's not...
It's not anywhere... It's not the worst thing ever. It's not super incompetent except for the fact that every single dead body is breathing. But it's just fucking boring.
Those are my thoughts, too.
I just don't care.
It is so goddamn boring.
I do not give a shit.
I didn't care about any of the characters. I didn't, I don't know. It was just horseshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anything? Did we miss anything?
I don't know. I don't think we missed anything in the movie, but like, man, it was so boring. I have nothing else to say about it.
You have anything knife to say? Before we end for this knife?
I don't know if I have any knife things to say about this movie because, you know, I mean, it lived up to its name. It was a knife for the ladies, but it was a knife for anyone watching it.
Those ladies will. 2 knives in one night. 2 knives in one knife.
In the still of the knife. In the cold moon.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Still of the knife. Still of the knife. Still of the knife.
This movie gives a whole new meaning to the term double penetration, Will.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God.
Fuck this movie.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit.
You make a movie called Knife for the Ladies, and there's no knife puns in the movie.
That was upsetting.
No way. You should just stop.
Don't make a Don't make a punny title if you're not gonna live with it.
But wait, Will. Clearly, the director likes penetration.
So much so he directed a porno.
He directed a porno after this. How fucking convenient again.
Yes.
This is the 3rd filmmaker on this podcast that went on to make a porno.
Yeah.
Or pornos.
I'm sure we're not done with that either.
The Life and Times of the Happy Hooker.
Yeah.
This is the movie. So this director clearly is an expert of penetration. Okay?
Yes. But, I mean, clearly not, because all they do is get gently, like, a knife gently dragged across their throat.
Do you think his pornos are just them getting, like, I don't know, a dick dragged across them?
Like, like a mushroom stamp?
Do you think he films it the same way he films these? Yeah. Just, except slow. Just like the most fucking just slow shit. Do you think he does the same thing?
Maybe. It'd be interesting. I was about to say cool, but it wouldn't be cool. Oh. It'd be interesting to figure out. It would not be cool at all. But yeah, so that's...
These people.
That was our knife, and that was a knife for the ladies.
It was not a very knife movie.
No, it is not a very good movie at all. I don't even know what else to say. Like,
there's nothing.
This is a short episode because I have nothing else to say.
I just hope the next movie is knifer.
Yeah.
Is knifer than this.
Better have something, like, fucking... You better keep me on the edge. Oh, man. Like, yeah, so... I guess that's all we have to say about that. So, sorry the episode was so weak after being gone a week. But, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, have a nice knife. This has been Will.
And this has been Alex.
We are They Mostly Come Out at Night, and we will talk to you later.
Have a good knife.
Have a good knife.
You
a knife for the ladies.